Okay. Wow. Some technical difficulties. Let's see if I can get this video started and we'll get this show on the road.
It's story time.
Well, the day's been long and the world's gone wild, so pull up a stool and stay a while. Doc's got a drink and a story to share, with headlines, hot takes, and zero cares. It's Drinks with Doc, where the beer flows free, talking about the world and what it means to be pop culture, sports, and a bit of the news. Just Doc and his thoughts, maybe some brews. So raise your glass and kick off your shoes. It's Drinks with Doc, and we've got nothing to lose.
And welcome to the show. And we got a couple guests already. First up, we have our regular David E. Persons, or people.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, okay, I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. And our next up is a friend of mine, a good guy, generally specific, Mr. Specific. And I'm so glad you're here today, because the thing I wanted to start off with was your little welfare check.
Oh, you mean the swatting?
Swatting. That's why I used the parentheses welfare check.
I think I can see you doing hand air quotes with that.
Yeah.
Welfare check, air quotes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. I think we all can probably agree with this. Swatting is not a good thing. It's not a very it's actually playing with fire. We've already had people killed because of swatting incidents.
Yeah, I was going to say swatting is a great way to get somebody killed. I mean, that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. And quite frankly, when you call something in like that, knowing full well you're trying to trigger a police response, I think you need to spend a few years in prison. it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Innocent people do get killed, and it has happened before, and it will happen again.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I agree too. I mean, yeah, I know it's against the law, but they really need to start enforcing that as the felony it is, because that is just unbelievably stupid and dangerous.
I do think there's a lot of reasons why we're not seeing law enforcement. And a lot of times, I think it's because it's the person that's doing it is usually out of that jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's true too. But
Yeah. But or it's very difficult to locate that person at the end of the day, or if they're doing it from outside in the country, which is
and unfortunately, it's so easy to spoof a phone number now on your phone that anybody can say they're calling from anywhere, and it's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I went and got KFARR's video on your about your little from your ring camp GS because I figured let's break down what KFARR's saying and let's add our little 2 cents worth because I think KFARR does have a pretty good insight on things. Now I have not seen this, so my reaction will be probably first time seeing it. So let's get this going. Oh, sorry, that's just not a good spot to pause KFARR at.
That's an interesting facial expression for sure.
Yep. Well, let's get it started.
We now have a picture of
Once again,
KFARR having
there's no
tag.
intro. The 18-second intro is gone because this is going to be a long video. It's a Chris Ryder double feature. Sorry if I'm talking quickly. I'm trying to keep this under 2 minutes. The first clip is going to be Chris Ryder allegedly, I'm going to coin this term, soft swatting, generally specific. And I call it soft swatting because these people know that if they went full bore and actually tried to have them swatted, they would end up in prison for a really long time. I think the last person I know of that swatted a few YouTubers and had the cops show up to their house, kick down their door, hold them at gunpoint, he's in jail for like the next 25 years. So they don't have the balls to do that and harass you. So what they'll do is they'll call in with a bogus, knowingly false welfare check. And the police officers in this video will even confirm, like, yeah, we tried to track down what he was talking about, couldn't find anything. Not shocked. Not shocked. Trust me, bro. He literally used trust me, bro, on the officers. And this.
Did he really do that, GS? Use the trust me, bro?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he said that I believe he said that I was making a threat to the installation of Fort Knox and that I was going there to beat up soldiers. So he was purposely vague. And actually, I think what happened is because of it being put into the system, I believe that it triggered in a situation in which my military ID card, and because I tried to go on post the next day, that my military ID card was flagged somehow as deactivated, and the lady at the gate said, well. She said, is there any reason why your card is not working? And I thought she said my car's not working as I'm sitting in my running car at the gate. And I'm like, she goes, your card seems to be deactivated. I'm like, shouldn't be. We just got the brand new, my wife and I just got the brand new card like 6 months ago. No, it should be good. Yeah. So she said, well, just pull up over here and the lieutenant will look into it for you. So what I'm thinking happened is as they were putting in, the data sniffs, I think the networks are sniffing everything. Right. So when it heard Fort Knox, it heard my name, it heard threats. It probably automatically put some kind of
automatically flagged it. Yeah.
I'm thinking unless it was just a weird anomaly. I'm not trying to get all tinfoily, but that's the only thing I can think of. It makes no sense otherwise.
Well, yeah.
Well, they do have a lot of logarithms. They do have a lot of logarithms that look for that stuff. So,
and I'm going to just add this too. I found just through my 50 plus years of life. It's very rare that you have coincidence like that. Very rare. So when you, I mean, if it happened, if you went to on base 2 or 3 times after this incident and then it got flagged, okay. But the day afterwards, yeah, something kind of.
Yeah, it was the very next.
More, yeah,
it was the very next day, Doc, and I thought it was interesting because, Now I'm not sure. Now I did do a FOIA, a federal, for the installation, and I got to look into that because I don't think I've heard anything back from the federal government.
Right.
I'm not quite sure why that's the case, unless I'm just looking in the wrong place for it. But I did do a FOIA for the provost marshal, and also their version of 911 to see if any calls were made to the installation as well, in order to try to get me hemmed up. And if I do find out that he did in fact make a fraudulent call there as well, then I'm going to seek to press charges for that as well.
Well, and that
Right.
would give you a great civil case too.
Yes. Well, I think I think GS is already holding a great civil case now. Just my opinion. But then go a little bit step further here. What I know what was said. I've heard it, but just what was exactly said that made Chris Ryder say he was threatening soldiers? Yeah, GS.
Basically it was, well, I really don't want to speak too much of it, because, basically I was annoyed because, this, Chris Fonstock guy, came on into the panel, said he had some questions about my military service. And then, so he came up on panel, and I already kind of knew where this was going to go with the whole Stone Vet, the whole Power Bottom Butt Pirate Studios, and all the usual suspects doing their usual, stolen valor accusations and crap like that.
Yeah.
So I was already kind of like, all right, yeah, I kind of see where this is already heading. Wasn't too impressed. And so I was like, all right, well, what's your question? Then he brought up foster care. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Really? I'm like, you asked me about my military service from one vet to another, and then you asked me about foster care. It's a very, very weird, disingenuous thing. So I basically said, how about this? You tell me when you want to meet at Fort Knox, and I'll pick the time. You can pick the date. It's a 5-minute drive from my house, so I don't have an excuse, and I'm retired. And I'll bring my DD-214. You can bring your DD-214, and you can tell me to my face, basically, that I'm that I'm not the veteran that you think I am, or you can ask me these questions to my face. And so then basically, and then I said, and if you're too afraid to go on to Fort Knox, or you can't because you're a criminal, just let me know in the text, and then I'll drive off post and meet you somewhere else, close by, because I'm not going to go out of my way to drive for these people. But
right.
I mean, if you're coming to shoot me, you have questions about my military service, ask me to my face. And then shortly after that, that Logan Sandman started to pull his BS too. So you got the usual suspects are trying to come in, and they try to get a reaction out of you. And unfortunately, that day they did get a bit of a reaction out of me. I wasn't necessarily proud of my reaction. It's not good when you give up your power to people.
Yeah, well, people keep on pushing buttons.
Well, in my experience, people who question someone's DD-214 or their service, if you challenge them like you did, one of the reasons they don't show up is either A, they don't have a DD-214, or B, there's a dishonorable discharge or a general discharge or something on their DD-214, or something else they don't want anybody to know about. So, I mean, yeah, the ones who challenge it tend to be the ones who don't have one.
And I would add this, why are they such a gatekeeper for these type of things? At the end of the day, what's whatever. Yeah.
I mean, if someone wants to see my DD-214, they're welcome to look at the whole thing. That's fine with me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I never realized that I was, like I said, every time I've had a conversation with a veteran in person, like 45 minutes to an hour goes by and we're still talking. And my wife's like, honey, I did all the shopping. We got to go. The food's getting warm, and it's so for this whole online weirdness, man, I've never seen it like this before. It's a weird thing.
Well, I was like, less gatekeeping and just move on, because it's usually the ones that like to brag about their service that usually didn't really have much on their service, if they have anything.
Well, and that's one of the problems with the internet in general, is the anonymity of the internet. They can try to flex military service or intelligence, or knowledge or some kind of qualifications that they just don't have. Who's going to check on it? And it's a lot harder to find out the truth about somebody on the internet than it is in real life. And they know that. And so they can try to flex the stuff and get away with it a lot easier. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah, it's just my general opinion on it. Quit trying to police something, because we've seen way too many times where someone gets called out, gets accused of stolen valor, and then it turns out they had very, very extensive military career, probably a very good military career, but yet you got all these people who insist that who's calling it out for no reason other than jealousy at the end of the day. And I really do believe that that's a lot of it right there is jealousy. All right, we'll keep this video going a little bit.
This is actually going to be a great lead up to my live stream on Saturday, because something happened at my house this week where I had to call the police because these people aren't... I'm just going to kind of go hard for a second. People who are defaming, slandering, spreading misinformation, doxing people, you are the problem. The Mitchell Crooks of the world, the Jeremiah Paynes of the world, the Josh Lantos, the Chris Ryders, the Burns, the Mears, those people who are knowingly trying to harm others, you're the problem. You're the cause of this. Just throwing that out there. The second one is going to be
So just in case you didn't see it, apparently Josh Lento showed up at KFARR's house recently. So it's kind of that's just kind of allegedly. There's a video of it. Picture might be a little grainy, so it's probably hard to make it out. But some people do believe it was Josh Lento. Just to put it out there.
Yeah.
clip of a victim of Chris Ryder.
I'm sorry. What's that?
No, not a problem. Yeah. So I kind of he popped up on my show pretty early last night, and it should still be up. And not
I did see it this morning actually.
Yeah. So it's the interesting thing is that he when I kind of said something about delivering cookies, he kind of looked like he tried to play it off, but you could kind of see the look on his face. He was a little like, oh crap. So I kind of caught him in that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to add my 2 cents in, but let's just, I'm going to keep this playing for just a little bit more.
Kind of giving some testimony on Dave Finkel's channel. It's about 10 minutes long. It's going to be a first-hand eyewitness, first-hand victim of Chris, and she's kind of going to lay it out on what Chris is lying about, what Tiffany's been lying about. And I'll cut in when I need to cut in, so enjoy the video, guys.
And I'm going to just add this right here. Those cameras are great to have. If you can get one, either a Ring, Google Nest, whatever brand, it's good to have one. So you know who's coming up to your doorbell, especially when you're not home. Or if it's like in this case, kind of odd hour. What time was this? 8:30. So you don't expect company at 8:30 p.m. unexpectedly. So just my little 2 cents worth. If you don't have one, I highly encourage you to get one.
Yeah, I don't think this was 8:30. I think this was close to 11.
Oh, you're right. Well, that's 11:09. Okay, I see it down there now. Thought I saw 2000.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Did I just get swatted?
Sorry?
Did I just get swatted? I'm coming to the door right now. I got no weapons.
No, you're good.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, hold on. I got 2 German Shepherds. 1 second.
Hey, you're good.
Hold now. Stay. Stay. Sorry. Call my house. Call my number. You guys welcome to call me.
There's a premise on there about the swatting, but this one isn't a SWAT. I guess somebody said you were live on YouTube making threats to Fort Knox.
No.
What do you usually do when you're live?
I
We looked up a live, we couldn't find anything.
Yeah, actually, I said that there was somebody that was making a threat to me.
I just found that interesting. The policing said they couldn't find anything. So they were actually watching a little bit of it to see if there was a real threat, I guess.
No, I think they couldn't find a live stream. Because I think KFARR might have got this wrong. Because there was me saying I was going to meet somebody at Fort Knox the next day, right at the Welcome Center. I mean, what kind of an idiot would want to fight somebody at the Welcome Center? I mean, talk about being very protected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if somebody wanted to aggress on you, it's just. Now, should I have said what I said? Hindsight, yeah, I probably should have been a little more, I don't know, or a little bit less aggressive, I guess, with my words. So right. I could see how it could be stretched, and anyone that would lie or stretch like Chris Ryder will find a way to turn that into a threat, legitimately or otherwise.
Wait a minute, Chris Ryder lied?
Chris Ryder, if his mouth is moving, you're pretty sure he's lying. So
yeah, I agree. What did you say, Doc? I missed it.
Chris Ryder lies?
Oh,
yeah. No. Personally, I'm totally shocked.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. You're not going to start crap at the freaking Welcome Center. If I was in the Army National Guard, yeah, you did not start crapping at the Welcome Center. And then I worked over 10 years on a base as a contractor. You did not start shit while you're working on base, period.
It's not wise. I mean, especially the fact that and then he claimed that I was making threats towards an installation that I retired and live like right outside of the gate almost. I mean, it's like, I love the installation. I mean, it's anyway.
Yeah, especially the part of the installation that stores the gold, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have any.
Well, I did my service in the Coast Guard, and which is a little different. You know, it's a different mission. But if we got false reports, boy, we took that stuff seriously, because you don't send in false reports that are going to waste that many resources. And you know that we'd send out a couple 44-footers on a fake rescue call or something, and man, we got back. We tracked that call down and busted whoever it was. It was in big trouble. You just don't do that.
So you didn't drown in a mud puddle?
No, I didn't drown in a mud puddle and go drop in the lake. Don't even start.
Well, the interesting thing is a lot of people don't realize this, that the Coast Guard actually sees more action during peacetime than the average grunt on the ground in combat does.
Amen to that. I have to say that.
Yes, they do. Absolutely. But we still going to give Coasties a hard time. But, you know, to be fair, we do now have Space Force.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so we can really give those
uniforms as a Coast Guard. So,
yeah. I just always, So I always wonder if people are joining to be the space shuttle door gunner.
But generally specific, you make a very good point, because I mean, when I was in the Coast Guard, we had inspections once a week because we were too busy out there saving lives and property and busting drug smugglers and doing 18 other things that, you know, we were working all the time. We were drilling for the next war. Of course, that was in the late 70s, early 80s, so it was a long time ago. But you're exactly right. The Coast Guard is always out there doing stuff. They don't get to drill.
No, absolutely not. And yeah. Coasties get picked on big time, but when you understand the mission, of the Coast Guard, I think that at the end of the day is a lot of respect. Just saying.
Well, it's always kind of funny whenever we get in a fight on the on the Navy base, like especially San Diego Navy base. It was always us and the Marines against the Navy. So never quite sure what to make of that.
You're right.
Not that we ever got in fights at the bars or anything, but I think the Shore Patrol could probably testify otherwise. But that's another story.
All right, we'll keep this video rolling.
Me, I said we can meet at the gate of Fort Knox, and then we can drive somewhere else.
Oh, like a soldier meet or something?
No,
like that?
no.
Somebody.
There's some
Hey,
fucking idiot.
Doc.
Yeah.
So just-
Yeah.
I've got to jump out to go do my other thing. I'll be back as soon as I
People
can.
question. I mean, I've had my DD
Okay,
reports
see you in a little bit.
redacted and
See you in a little
stuff. They're like, oh, you're this and you're that. I'm like, these people are fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's just internet drama.
So they know my address. I've had people drive by my house, take pictures of it, make threats, leave it all over there.
Not tonight though.
No,
Okay.
recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably Chris Ryder.
Okay.
I would like actually.
Ryder?
Hold on. Actually, I should probably record. If you
What is
guys,
your last?
I'm
You're
gonna-
good. What is
Ryan.
your?
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody writer called this in.
Chris Ryder did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it?
So she did kind of say Ryder, someone named Ryder. So, okay. So at least there's that little bit of confirmation from.
Right, but here's the thing, right? There's a bunch of dirtbags out there that would happily call and claim to be somebody that they're not. So even though I heard that night and I had all this information, I did not want to definitively make that accusation.
Okay.
And the reason is because, it could be someone else, right? And
Yeah,
unlike
that is
Chris Ryder, integrity is a very important thing for me.
That is very true. And I would find it very, very ironic that someone would actually claim to be Ryder when they make that call, considering the type of nature of person Ryder is. But at the same time, you're absolutely right. Someone else could have made that call and claimed to be Ryder.
You've never met this Chris Ryder?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Like in person? Never?
One second. Hold
No,
on.
you're good.
I'm gonna record this.
No,
Okay.
you're fine.
I hope you
You've
don't
met,
mind. if
you're
you
good. No,
record.
you're good.
So
You've met Chris Ryder.
yes, I actually used to support this guy.
Is he a fellow soldier or a
No,
former soldier or anything
no.
like
He's
that?
an absolute piece of shit. He's from Indiana. He's given J.J. Scarborough over at J.J. Scarborough of Meade County. He's the jailer over there, and Sheriff Wimpy over there in Meade County, Brandenburg. He's been harassing the crap out of them, doing all kinds of stuff, making all kinds of claims, calling them KKK, all kinds of crazy stuff.
And I always thought that Ryder must think KKK means Cool Cats Club.
I don't know. He just thinks everyone that I don't know. He thinks everyone's as hateful as he is.
Oh, he thinks anyone that thinks that disagrees with him is they've got to be part of KKK. And quite frankly, I think he's probably more toward that mindset than most other people. Just my opinion.
So, yeah, I knew that prick would do something like this. So he just swatted me. I definitely want to press charges on this guy.
Well, as far as charges, he called in. Pretty much what we're doing is a welfare check. That's kind of what it is. We're trying to find out
And the air quotes from the police officer too.
your side of the story.
The son of a bitch knew exactly what the hell I said.
So you know him from the internet.
Yeah, I know. No, I went to supporting him at first. The 3 of his court hearings in Meade County, found out he was just a lying piece of shit. And so then I started asking questions, and then he started getting in his feelings about it. Sorry, I have had a couple of beers, by the way.
No, you're good.
But I don't have any weapons on me. So.
Yeah, no, this is not swatting, because swatting would be like.
Yeah, but
he'd kill
what would
me.
happen if he would? Yeah, I'm glad he did say there's weird stuff going on.
Okay, this is where I have to disagree with the female deputy. Yes, in a way, she is right. In a way that this is not swatting because we're not responding in that fashion. But at the same time, a false call was put in that had to generate a response. This department obviously knew it was a false call and did not generate they were fairly certain. Let's say that word, fairly certain.
Due to my due diligence of being very careful, of, to let them know ahead of time that I'm a streamer. There's a likelihood that I'll be swatted at some point in time. Here's my number. Here's my wife's number. So having that note on there, because they're looking you up. They're looking up, does this person have a record? Does this, you know what I mean? What's his criminal history? Any threats? Any blah, 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 and it's called doing their due diligence. They were about to leave. They were going to mark it unfounded, but there was such a delay on my ring cam.
Right.
I thought they were still at my front door by the time I saw the woman walk in front of I thought it was a dude actually, because she looked pretty square. But,
yeah. Couldn't realize. I didn't realize she was a woman until she was right there by the camera. But I guess that's what the vest does.
I was looking at it on my tiny little phone over here while I was live streaming, so I kind of looked at it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, "Oh, I guess there's cops here." Yeah. So anyway,
but so that's kind of my point, though. A call was made to try to generate some form of police response.
So yeah, like I touched on at the beginning of the video, this was a soft SWAT. The officers know what's going on. Generally Specific knew what was going on. But there's nothing anyone can do about it because it was technically a welfare check. It's under the guise of, again, I've called in. In all reality, that was probably my most put in call when I worked at the police department, was a welfare check. Normally it's used for, hey, I haven't seen my mom in a few days. She isn't returning my calls. Can you guys go over there and make sure she's not like slowly seeping into her couch because she's been dead for 3 days?
And hey, Stefan, it's good to see you, buddy. I do need to also say hey to this guy too, because he's at work, and of course, Fraud Watch, or going by 2 Square Public Safety, he's in the house watching. So it's good to see you as well.
Can you guys go do that? That's like, what a welfare check is.
Let GS in.
Yeah. Yeah, Stefan's a good guy. He really is.
But Chris is using it as a weapon against his enemies, who he's been making false claims about. I think knowingly false reports like this to police should be a jailable offense. I think filing knowingly false EPOs against people should be a jailable offense. Because you're genuinely trying to harass someone, you're genuinely trying to fuck with someone for absolutely no reason. And like I said, the officer confirmed, yeah, he said you were making threats, XYZ. We couldn't find any of that in your videos. That's not a red flag? To maybe give him a call back and be like, can you never fucking do this again?
I love my dogs, man.
I love how you put it. Yeah, we couldn't find a response. We could not find this. Don't call back. And yes, I do believe that's a jail. It should be a jailable offense because these 2 officers are tied up with you. I don't know, probably 20, 30 minutes for a Nuttenberger, really, at the end of the day.
Well, you should have heard all the sirens going off when they served me my EPO, IPO. They had a really busy Friday night. And once again, I mean, it just happened both times. It just happened to had a few drinks. I don't really drink all the time, hardly at all, actually. And, I'd had like, I think 4 Hefeweizens that night in like 3 hours. So I had a little bit of a buzz. So you could hear me slur just a little tiny bit. And then I had a pina colada on Friday with a shot of rum, which I'll never do a shot of rum again. That was horrible. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there going, it really does make me look like I'm an alcoholic or something, for crying out loud, which it couldn't be further from the truth.
Well, yeah. And here's the bad thing is, I don't know about you, but me, well, you said you don't drink that often, but myself, I'm the same way. If I have a drink, it's going to be a beer, or maybe I need a glass or 2 of scotch. Yeah, I might be like a Saturday night. I might get a little buzz.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't drink every day. I don't drink often. I don't believe in drinking often. I believe to have occasional drinks, especially like while I'm flying. I drink to kind of, chill out, relax a little bit. But anyways, so that being said, Yeah, they kind of caught you at the right time then, just having a couple drinks and a little slurring a little bit with your speech. That's I can see how that.
But that was one of the complaints that he made was that when he tried to do the EPO IPO, that he said alcohol was involved, guns or handgun was involved, which is absolutely ridiculous. They mocked me for having an empty holster anytime I was around the guy. So I don't know
Yeah.
how a firearm was involved, and I sure as shit wasn't been drinking during court, walking around in court with alcohol in my breath. I mean, and he accused me of being drunk constantly. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I mean, you don't have to make things up about me to find things to criticize me about. Why would you lie? Like, why does he have to embellish?
Well, and I do have to agree with you on that. Why do you lie? Why does he have to lie? Why does he have to make these type of phone calls? And you're not the first person that he's done these calls to. He's done that to Kaiser. He's made these calls before. And my question for him and for anyone that knows of his lore, is he stupid? Is he high on drugs? Or is it both? Because that's sure as hell not something a normal person would do. A normal person would not be calling police department over what was said that particular night. A normal person would not go put a falsified EPOs. That's not a normal person. Ryder is not a normal person. No, I don't know anyone out there but him and a couple other people that might be following him that would do that. So that is, my 2 cents worth is what is going on with that guy's mindset. I'm not going to ask your opinion. I kind of sort of know what that opinion might be as far as that's concerned, and you might not be good for you to say it at this time anyway. So, but that's my opinion.
And God forbid, and they're German Shepherds. One's 120 pounds, the other's like 85 pound puppy. Yeah. And I'd really hate to see him get freaking shot because you guys are trying to do your job. Who knows what this idiot is saying?
We're getting ready to leave because it just appeared like you were studying for something.
No, I'm down in my basement. I can't hear anything. And thankfully I saw that. So I'm like, and I thought it was my wife taking the dogs out.
Yeah, we just, I figured it was BS anyways.
And it's hard not to get involved in that. Just try to block that person from anything.
But there
especially if you already know how
note in there that says, like, that you get swatted frequently and there is a phone number. So.
Well, I figured it was going to happen eventually. I'm kind of surprised it took this long. But
clarify me, because I didn't know what you meant by swatting. What is swatting?
Swatting is when somebody calls when they know something.
I find that kind of interesting. He did not know what swatting was.
He's actually an older gentleman that came out of retirement, or pseudo soft retirement to help, because as you know, ever since the whole defund the police and all the cop hate, people aren't really lining up to be police officers. And on top of that, people don't seem to actually want to work lately. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, well, that's true. That is very true. But yes, I just found when I first heard that, I was like, wow. I have not had that. I would think all the police officers would know what swatting is, but okay, he's an older guy, probably been out for a couple of years, and they needed to, fill in. That makes a little sense.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to do some concurrent training. If not, then about this, so that everyone could kind of know what the hell's going on, especially seeing how it's been in their area of effect now. And I've got nothing negative to say about Radcliffe Police Department. They did a fantastic job. They've always treated me with respect and professionalism. Got no complaints.
And that's good. That's good. I think overall, most police departments would fall in that area. It's always just that couple that might be within the agency that might make the whole agency look bad. So I don't believe there's a police department entirely that's bad. But you do have bad officers, and they do make the whole agency look bad. And my 2 cents worth on that is you catch a police officer that's willing to falsify documentation, plant evidence, get him out immediately, because anything he says was as good as what Ryder says. Just the only thing that these officers have at the end of the day is their word, and if their words has been shown in the past to be lies, anything they say on that witness stand will be torn apart.
Somebody's live streaming
When we
to
have,
try to either get them shot or
Got it.
usually
Okay,
they're saying,
I got you.
oh,
I didn't
there's
know
a-
what you were talking
yeah,
about. when you
somebody's
said
doing
that.
some life threatening something or
I thought
whatever.
you meant like we
So
were
you
out
guys
there.
come in high alert.
Yeah, we'll have
You
like
know,
our
worried.
rifles and all that
Okay,
stuff.
got it.
That's why I'm glad there is a ring alarm, so I can
Okay.
actually communicate with you guys and say, hey,
Okay.
I'm on my way out. And,
No, you're good.
so I'm low and order. Like I said, I can't tell you the last time I had a speeding ticket. Like legit.
Whatever. Take care, man.
But you take care. Thank you very
Yes,
much,
sir.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have a good evening.
You too.
Just watch your step on your ankles on the getting close to the truck, because the lip where the grass is,
Got it.
it's a bit of an ankle biter. So
Got it. Appreciate it.
y'all take care.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want, get Radcliffe Police Department suing you for their officers getting a twisted ankle.
All right, so that's the end of this clip, and I'm going to piggyback off of something that one of the officers said. I actually had to call the.
Have not watched because for some reason in my mind I thought you meant 7 Eastern, so I was trying to be standby ready for your show, and then I realized it was 7 Central, so I actually missed KFARR's video about Josh Lando.
Yeah, and I was watching that right before coming over here, getting my show started, because I did want to see what he was talking about with Josh Lando. And these guys are some of them just need to go to jail. I mean, at the end of the day, they are willing to do all this. That's the only thing that's going to make it stop. It may be a 30-day sentence, but you know what? Go to jail a couple times for doing this kind of foolishness. You'll stop, or if you witness one of your cohorts going to jail, you'll stop.
Police a few weeks ago, because Mitchell Crooks over at Mystery Soft Sit Theater and like 40 other pages, he was making the claims that my kids were in danger, I have multiple illegal weapons at my house, I'm stockpiling ammunition, none of which are true. I called the local police department and said, hey, can you just make a note? I never thought I'd have to make this call, but can you just make a note? Like, don't swat me. Like, give me a heads up, call, here's my number, here's my address. And I was kind of iffy on if they were actually going to do it. Well, I called on Wednesday of this week because, again, an incident I'll talk about on Saturday. And they're like, oh, Kevin, this is your address, this is your number. There's a note here not to swat you. And I'm like, thank you. Can you double that? So I made a report about the incident on Wednesday. And she goes, do you want me to like extra put on there not to swat you? And I'm like, thank you. So I know exactly what that is. And it's crazy that in 2025, we live in an era where shitheads, scumbags, people who deserve a wood chipper are out harassing good people, just covering public interest stories.
That's so true, KFARR. KFARR is so correct on that. You got shitbirds who just don't like people presenting a different side of the story or even actual facts. And they're harassing these streamers. We're seeing it with an actual reporter who's being harassed by a family because their son was charged with murder. And the reporter is reporting this case. And all she's been presenting is evidence, facts, documented proof.
Yeah, and the irony is that these guys are all LARPers, live action role players of First Amendment and the Second Amendment and everyone's rights, Constitution. Yeah, they want their rights preserved and respected. They don't give a two craps about yours. They want to review and criticize everyone around them and act like they can do a better job than everyone around them can do. Yet when you criticize or you do any kind of a fair use of their material, then it's, they want to try to punish you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And they will not hesitate to do a file a false copyright strike on you.
I'm embarrassed to ask you this, but I thought you and I had a bit of a falling out a while ago. So I've been trying to find your channel. Could you put it in the private chat for me so I can engage? Because I can't engage with the chat without interrupting the show unless I'm doing it in YouTube. I just want to be able to say hi to a few
No
folks.
worries, I get you here.
So I thought I hadn't, but I had been cleaning up my my subs. So just in general, I've been getting rid of a lot of 1A auditors.
And we can discuss that particular. Oh, wait, wrong channel. We can discuss that a little bit. First of all, I'm very busy person at work. I do get very, very busy, and sometimes I just have to focus on work and not on YouTube. And a lot of times I just sit there and lurk, have that background noise. And sometimes I have to take a break from Chris Ryder. I mean, really seriously, at the end of the day, all that mess that he brings, I have to take a break. But there was, and I don't want to talk about that live. It's nothing against you. I don't necessarily. But we can talk about it after we're done. That I would say kind of frustrated me a little bit, but we can discuss it after the fact. Yep, if that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing really that needs to be discussed, I guess. But
yeah, well, I mean, like I said, to me, it is what it is. I'm done with it, and I got. I'm really. Well, there's other things going on with that particular situation, and I'll let you. If you want to hang out afterwards, I'll just kind of.
Yeah, I'll listen. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but nothing. It's if I get frustrated with you, I will just walk away, step away for a little bit, and cool off, and then move on. Unless it's something I do think I need to have a conversation with you about. So sometimes that's just kind of the way I am.
Like, it's wild that me sitting here talking about a public interest story, a undesirable in the community, that I have to fear for my life, my child's life, or my children's life, my fiance's life, my dog's life, shit, my cat's life, all because some scumbag can't take personal responsibility for his life fuck-ups.
So first thing I want to say is we do have custody of one child. He is with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is no custody battle because we're not going to court for custody. The last thing we went to court for was child support that's not being paid. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. What I want to say is Todd has met our daughter 2 to 3 times. But we've always been there. There is no stalking. There is no, she should be feared for her life. It's always been a pleasant interaction, but it's never been him coming to find her or him following her places. So that's just complete lies. Complete lies.
Thank you.
So this bit is going to take us back in the Chris Ryder lore about
And I always found that part to be interesting. That little girl does not have anything to do with Ryder or Napier.
Well, she did.
Yeah.
She did until he said allegedly said some pretty inappropriate things that really spun her head around quite a bit. And then, she hasn't been there in over a year, I think. I don't know the exact timeline, but
right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yep. Real quick. Hey, my brother's keepers. Good to see you.
What's up, MBK?
But yeah, I will just say this: that her father and her stepmother takes care of her. if anyone was concerned about anything, it would be them, and that's the people I would be listening to, not the how can I put this? Not the woman that just gave birth to her, who has not really done anything. Oh, by the way, you still owe child support. Just kind of let you know, ma'am. You know who you are. And her deadbeat boyfriend. Don't worry about the child. Has nothing to do with you guys. Seriously. All right.
About a month. I want to say almost exactly a month on the day. So Chris tried to file an EPO against Generally Specific. Generally Specific showed up to court with a lawyer and witnesses. The judge, I'm going to keep saying this for lack of a better term. The judge is like, this isn't our jurisdiction. This has nothing to do with us. I don't even know how it got this far. When you have an EPO order like this, you have to give up all your firearms. So Chris basically took away a honorably discharged veteran's firearms and First Amendment based on nothing. The judge laughed it out, said, here are your guns back. And then Chris proceeded to cry after. And during the stream, he's like, yeah, they threw it out because it wasn't the right jurisdiction. We'll refile, but then let it slip that he already tried to file in his jurisdiction, his city, county, district, whatever they want to call it. And they basically said, yeah, you have no standing here because here it's meant for a romantic relationship that's gone south. And I know that Chris probably wants to fuck, generally.
I was getting ready to say something like that. KFARR said, beat me to it.
Specific. Or blow him at the very least. That does not a romantic relationship make. So, yeah, you've tried to file not one, but two bogus EPOs, and then you're still trying to make threats to people. Like, what are we doing, Chris? To the point where he tried to make the point, the kids, he's stalking the kids, he's going to hurt the kids. First off, Chris, you have no kids. Second, you just heard Anya say, we have one of Tiffany's children 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The biological father for that child and Anya, the stepmother, that's basically the real mother at this point, actually showed up as witnesses for Generally Specific against Chris and Tiffany. It's hard to say that a child is being harassed when the actual parents for that child show up as a witness for the person you're making these claims against. Like, make it make sense. That should be a giant red flag to the court.
Yes, and we went to court at that court hearing to tell the judge that these are false. She's with us. She's never even been to the home that they live in. I have kept my mouth shut as much as I can, but I'm over it. While we were at that court hearing, they tried to throw that generic ass EPO they have against Billy because he hurt their feelings on YouTube and tried to get him arrested that day because we were at the courthouse. Luckily, GS's lawyer was like, whoa, he's here as a witness. But
what kind of man going to court already knows he's files paperwork, or you would think he would already know that. So scared of another person who has gone through a secure location with deputies surrounding them. What kind of whip is Ryder?
I mean, you should have seen the look on his face because we actually arrived on time. He was like 10 minutes freaking late, like usual. And everyone had gotten briefed by Judge Blair. And we were on our way out, and he and Tiffany were being escorted in. I mean, they were fully covered by like at least 2 sheriff's deputies. I think there were 3 that were with them the whole time. I mean, it was just absolute redonkulousness, in my opinion. And I think he saw Billy coming on the way out as they were getting ready to come in after having missed the whole briefing.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, and he's like, wait. And he was like acting all freaked out, like he was super scared. I'm like, what the? I wasn't sure if he was like about me. I guess it was Billy, because I found out later that apparently he tried to press charges on Billy and get him arrested. Absolutely ridiculous. One of my witnesses, he was trying to get arrested.
It is ridiculous. And if I remember correctly, Well, just no, I can't. I won't say anything because I'm not 100% certain about it. But it gets me also how the two of them feel like they have to walk in a courtroom with an escort. Do they really think that they're that important?
No, it's about narrative. That's what that's what a lot of people aren't realizing. And I'm like, I knew he was setting something up. I just didn't know what the hell the guy was setting up. But I knew he was setting something up. And I even told I think I told my wife a couple times, I'm like, he's acting real strange for the last 8 days or so, where he's like acting all panicked and trying to create this narrative that I'm stalking him. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, man. This is some creepy stuff.
And, it is creepy stuff, especially when he's showing up on your panels.
Well, he needed to clip farm. He needed to get me to say something that he could use against me. And I don't know, God was looking out for me. I don't even know. I can't describe it, but both times I interacted with Chris Ryder, I was super calm, which isn't, I mean, you've seen me. I can get pretty animated and passionate.
Yes, you do get passionate. I will agree with that.
So I was sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I could tell what he was doing. And it wasn't like I was playing 5D chess. I can't take credit for it other than, but God was trying to keep me from giving him exactly what he might have needed to have the preface that I am some kind of a danger to him and his family. I've never been a danger to him and his family. I even the one time, I don't know if you saw the clip where he left court and I was standing in the foyer and I had my phone vertical and I was getting ready to set up so I could do, I was going to do a short, and I was going to, say, all right, hey, so this is what's going on. And that's all I was really going to do.
Right.
And I was getting ready to annotate my short, and he comes out and stands right in front of me, and then he starts recording. And then Ernie's right next to me, and Ernie said, hey, just be careful, GS. And I said, well, I'm always careful, Ernie. And then that's when he went waddling off, and I kind of went behind him, and so then I started to annotate to my YouTube channel, which I wasn't live or anything.
Right.
But he thought I was talking shit to him, so he started running his mouth. What are you gonna do? Say what you bubble. I'm like, what the hell are you talking? I'm like, I don't even know what the hell this guy's talking, because I wasn't talking to him. And he's like, Google your name, and I think he's talking about some guy who had like a, I guess he's got like some guy with my name, but not my full name.
Right.
In London, Kentucky was like I guess there's like because I'm looking it up. And I'm like, I even got in touch with my old pastor. I'm like, you don't have like a restraining order against me, do you? He's like, no. I'm like, he's like, why would you ask? I'm like, I don't know. Some guy's claiming that there's a church out there, and this is the only church I've ever been to is the restraining order. And he's like, and then I did some research, and it was London, Kentucky, because I'm like, holy crap. I mean, first off, to get a restraining order, you got to get freaking served.
Right.
Been served. So I know he's lying. But it just needs to make just enough sense for him to smear crap on the wall and then blame you for taking a poo when it's his poo and it's his wall and it's his smear. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, I believe I did see that particular one. That's the one I think my brother's keeper made a comment about having a 4-leaf clover up his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I steal somebody's really cool sayings, I always try to give them attribution. Like, my brother's keeper's got one hell of a curated library, and he's doing great work over there. You guys should definitely support. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like celebrating other people's channels. It's not. No, I think I'm just trying to do a shout out for him. That's all.
I think as a community, we should be promoting each other.
I agree.
Yeah,
but it's not my channel, so I apologize for transgressing.
No, you're fine. I'll back you up on that. And it's also throughout Killamilla. He's doing good. I only unfortunately I don't catch his stuff live. I always kind of watch it after the fact. And I did catch some Boot Productions, or Boot Productions, so whatever his name is this week. And both of them are good. I need to try to catch some G swag. Again, time's limited.
Yeah, but he mostly does like shorts and stuff like that. He doesn't really go live yet.
Yeah. Again, my situation is when I'm working, sometimes I have to focus on what I'm doing, and a lot of times it might be just even, or it might be on. And I'm just not hearing it because I just got noise as I'm doing something for work. But you know how that is. If you're working on something, you got to have some sort of noise.
All of these lies, it's ridiculous. These kids are not in any danger. That is how they are grifting, how they are trying to get the money to pay for their lawyers and everything else. So I just want to make sure that's out. And, I know people have talked all kinds of mad, crazy shit about me on YouTube. I didn't even know what YouTube was or ever went to YouTube until I was told, oh my gosh, did you know they're saying on YouTube all this stuff about you? So
who told you?
People in my community, because Chris and Tiffany was going on YouTube saying these terrible things about us. My child couldn't,
like
my home, the community I live in.
Got you.
My child has gone to school and been told, did you see what your mom posted? I mean, she's embarrassed of this. So luckily, Tiffany has toned it down, but she just needs to get that boyfriend of hers under control.
Wait, your kids their classmates was saying.
I'm going to just say this, Anya. I don't think Tiffany will ever get Chris Ryder under control. She might be the person that's pulling the strings, but when he gets off those rails, he goes wild. So, GS, what's your thoughts on that?
I really don't care.
Okay.
I at the end of the day, F them both.
Yeah. Well, sure.
That's just kind of where I'm at with it.
I mean, I guess my mindset is Tiffany's embarrassing her daughter, period, with her antics and with Chris Ryder's antics. And she needs to find a way to stop that shit.
Well, I think she is getting sick of it, but again, there's so many people simping for that lady. I used to fall for it too. I have no sympathy or empathy for her. I think she's just as bad, if not worse, than he is. That's just my opinion.
There has been people who, yeah, I do agree. They did simp for her. In fact, at one point in time, I thought the same way as well. But I don't think that way anymore with her.
Yes, sir.
So
Tiffany's biological daughter.
You're with Tiffany's ex?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what Finkel was saying was correct, yeah?
Yes, he is correct.
I got something wrong. I was on.
I'm sorry. It just looked like Bauer was just having smoke coming out of his ears right at that point, like he's really, really thinking hard.
Yeah, Bauer's another person that I don't have any respect for. Bauer's, well, I want to have respect for him, but I don't know that he's good faith. Maybe he is good faith. He does ask some pretty good questions on occasion, but when you ask a question that you already know an answer to and you're trying to get somebody I mean, like he's going to ask Anya about like, well, what kind of drugs was he addicted to? Like, come on, bro. I mean, we're not talking about nicotine here, but he asks these questions. They're loaded questions, and he has a purpose, and it's not usually good faith, in my opinion.
The impression, probably my own misunderstanding, that there was a custody battle going on. I just got corrected on that. It's more of a child support issue. Okay, I apologize. I do get things.
You're
wrong.
fine. At one point, I think she put in for a change of custody, but it's never went to court, and she's still with us full time. There's not the last thing we went to court for was child support. So everything has been agreed upon as far as her custody.
And that's the Billy I hear about. That's Billy, right?
Yes, that's the one that everybody's heard mean terrible bad things about. That's my husband.
I haven't heard.
So, GS, do you know why Tiffany was attending law school at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Singapore? I don't know.
Okay, I was going to say Australia, but okay. All right. I had to throw that in there.
Means terrible things. I heard the name, though, and I didn't really realize what was going on.
Yeah.
This is going to be another weird one, guys. So the child support thing is a rabbit hole in itself. Let me throw this to the other screen real quick. So this is Frauditor Buster, Frauditor Watch, and the order to intervene because Tiffany isn't paying her child support. Like, not at all. And because I just feel like going off on somebody, and I'll probably go off on somebody again on Saturday, Broken System, Broken Trust had to add his 2 cents in 3 teeth. Why are the Frauditor channels so obsessed with children? My guy, you are a Frauditor channel, in fact. And why are we so obsessed with children? My guy, you literally talk about my children all the fucking time, to the point that you threaten to go harass them at their school. Make that make sense. or other way to ask.
That's just creepy. I'm going to just say that. Showing up at some person's kid's school because you have a beef with that individual, that's just creepy. Even threatening to do it is creepy.
Why are you bringing up other kids' children in a YouTube video? Motherfucker. I have had your community talk about my kids for the last 4 fucking years. Chris has talked about my kids.
Tyrants beware talked about my kid and lied and said he called CPS on me.
Your friend Mitchell Crooks, who you were on panel with last week, 2 weeks ago, literally brings up my 2-year-old every chance he gets because he's fucking weird. So it's not any... People on your side bringing up kids as a threat or will hurt your kids if you don't shut up is not the same as going, hey, why is this deadbeat not paying her child support? It probably hit Josh home because I know he's not paying child support for his kids. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing, Josh? What are you really defending here? Like, you're doing all of these things, and then you get mad when people say, oh, this bitch doesn't pay child support. But this will be in the description. Go check out that video. Go give him a like. Go give him a subscribe and all that jazz.
He used to be an addict. He is in recovery and does amazing, works very hard, and supports his family very, very well.
An addict who
is in recovery.
No, an addict. I mean, you can be
drugs. In drugs. You know, at one point of their lives.
Oh, look at Fraud Watch. I guess he did not like the Australia comment.
No, they were on other drugs, and it was something that was when him and Tiffany were married and together, and during that whole time. So it was something that they both participated in.
Cocaine, methamphetamines, what is it?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh,
I've never been a drug addict in my life. I just know.
There's just a lot of drugs out there. It's kind of a vague term.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Yeah, go for it.
Ronnie, just so you know, they did a full interview on Tiffany and her story. We don't use the channel anymore. What was the channel name, Muckster? We Will Hear You. So we've heard Tiffany's story before, and now for the first time we're hearing Anya's side. So let's hear her out.
I do want to hear her out. I don't know if I heard her correctly, but she said that when the daughter went to school, her classmates are saying, "Hey, your mom's posting stuff on YouTube."
Yes, sir.
And how did you find out that?
About the YouTube?
Here's an idea, Bao. The daughter comes home and tells Anya, this is what the kids are saying at school.
Yeah, it's just such a weird question. I mean, how did you find out? I don't know. Have a conversation with your kid, Bao. Do you not have any children? I guess he doesn't. I don't know.
I would be surprised if he does have kids that he interacts with. Truthfully.
Now, how did you find out that was the case? Did your daughter come home and say,
"Oh, she told me"? Yeah, she was embarrassed. She even went and asked Tiffany to quit posting on YouTube.
I wonder how the classmates found out.
I have no clue.
Bao, here's how they found out. It's on YouTube. Plain and simple. It's on social media. You put it on social media, people will find out. How? And that look on his face, and I'm getting ready to trash him a little bit. It has a smug look on it. How did they find out about it? It's on YouTube. That's how they found out about it. Come on, dude. Seriously.
We live in a small town.
Now I'm going to do a reenactment here about how this went down at school. Hey, like, did you know your mom is like crazy? She's like the town idiot on YouTube? No, I didn't know. Yeah, she's like really fucking dumb. And that is my rendition of kids in 2025.
YouTube gets
they now live about 45 minutes away from us, but they were making a big stink all around all the DCS offices and courthouses. And like I said, we live in a small town. That stuff gets around.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just a weird thing to. And I haven't been in school in so long, so when I was going through school, I didn't have YouTube, so it's kind of hard for me to like picture that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess I can see that happen.
Again, this is where like you said earlier, GS, he must not having kids.
No, he's being purposely obtuse, he plays dumb in order to get people. He's a viper.
Yeah.
And they do have it. They have an EPO on Billy because we did not go to court and fight it. We started to, and it was going to be too much money. It wasn't worth our time. We didn't see him. We tried to disassociate with them. So then they tried using things that I posted and I said against him to try to get him put in jail because he doesn't communicate with them at all. Well, it comes around. I'm a grown ass woman and I do me. I don't ask anybody for permission to get on YouTube or to make a Facebook post. So I'm sure they'll probably try to use this again against him, but these are my words.
Can I ask you one question if you know the answer? When Billy wasn't abusive?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I was curious.
And one thing I will say, every ex she's ever had, she has said.
GS, I'm going to put you to work real quick. You want to read that from Fraud to Watch?
Says, Doc, the Australian education system is too sophisticated for Tiffany to be eligible. Maybe she was in law school in California.
Maybe. All right. Okay.
They were abusive. Every ex she has had, she has said they were abusive. And I have text messages of 2 of her last exes that she both told me were abusive. Me and her had a good relationship, I thought.
Are we talking about physical abuse or just mentally, or what are we talking about here?
I mean, both.
Okay.
But I know she had told me that they physically abused her. So I think that's a going thing with her. It's a, oh, poor me, pitiful me, I was abused. And so it was the first time I ever heard that Billy abused her was from YouTube.
And Anya, you said you didn't even really knew about all this until recently, like a couple of years ago, right? Like you wasn't even, were you on YouTube at all?
No, I don't even know though if I ever watched a video on YouTube before I was told about it. I don't believe I did. I had. If I had, it was something probably that I clicked on from Facebook that said.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched YouTube videos for a while, but usually it's for like if I try and figure out how to do something. I need to replace a hard drive on a particular brand of computer. I would go look it up on YouTube because usually you have someone that's done it for you and they're showing you step by step, especially with laptops. And then just every now and then just some videos that's more comical or maybe news videos, but and I never really truly saw YouTube as a social media like Facebook. But in this sense, and what we do, how we stream and how we talk to everyone, this is kind of on the social media side of it. And just my 2 cents worth on this. So you have people who watch YouTube videos for entertainment and that's it. And then you have people actually treating it as a social media.
Me to YouTube. Yeah. I had never went to youtube.com and searched anything. I promise that. But it was a few years ago. So it was probably 6 months or so before they started putting out their videos. I mean, I'm sorry, after they put out their videos.
Now, I don't want to say that I'm petty. In this case, I want to say that I'm thorough. It's funny that Tiffany's claiming all of these people abused her, yet she's literally with a guy who got convicted, guilty, as this document says, of assaults in the 4th degree against his ex-girlfriend, who he will swear up and down that it wasn't against, and it was about a guy, even though there's no mention of a guy. It actually specifically states her name in this document 4 different times. But Chris is going to tell you he beat up a man. This is why I'm not really worried about Chris, because it seems as if he's only willing to hit women. So I'm safe.
What were your initial thoughts once you went onto YouTube's, right? And you saw what you saw and you know, absorbed what you absorbed. What were your initial thoughts on everything?
You know, at first I wanted to fight back. And then I realized because they had such a large following, which blew my mind that people believed some of these stories that they were telling. But it was, I don't know. I eventually, and it took a lot in me to eventually say, who cares what they say? But now I'm to the point that my child's 16 and she needs somebody to have her back, and these lies are going to destroy her, and I'm not going to step back anymore. But at first it was mind blowing that the lies that could come out of their face are, you know.
And that is right, Stefan. The very first YouTube video was one of the founders doing a little tiny, really, I guess, in essence, a short about, was it elephants at the San Diego Zoo? Can't remember. But it was their first video just to kind of, I guess, test the system. Which I found very, very interesting when I went and tried to find the first video. GS, you ever did that? Try to find the most. My curiosity. I do get very curious at times. And one day, I knew YouTube's birthday was coming up. I said, well, what was the YouTube's first video? And it was one of the founders at the San Diego Zoo doing like a quick 10 to 20-second video. So it was very, very interesting just to see it.
Out of their mouths. I've never done drugs in my life, and they were on there saying that I was shooting up, and I'm like, really? I like my cheeseburgers too much to be doing drugs. Like, it's not happening.
I paused it right here to talk about a specific person that's been in chat. It's Angel Gamer, who apparently changed her name to Weeping Angel Gamer. She comes into the chats shilling for Chris, night after night after night, and then wants to condemn things that Generally Specific said, things that Generally Specific's chat said. But then we'll run back to Chris and let him run his mouth about everyone's kids, threaten to unalive people. I've already showed those clips in several videos. These people are so fucking brain dead that support this guy. Even every lie that he said.
And you know what? I was getting ready to think the same. I'm thinking the same thing. Who's worse, Ryder or the people who follow Ryder? Kind of go with the old Star Wars analogy. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who's more foolish, the fool or those who follow the fool? Chewbacca did not like that question. But yes, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. It's a busy night at the Bryant household.
Oh, yes. Yes. I hope things are going well with you. I hope better than what they were for a couple weeks, at least.
Oh, no. One of our little dogs, wife said it's going to be a long night. So she keeps going in and out because I think he's got an upset stomach or something.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna probably hop off here in a minute. I think just go check, see if I can help her out. She seems pretty exhausted. Got one of the tributes from one of our Easter eggers. You can see the color of that egg.
That is nice.
That is a nice light greenish.
Yeah. I wish my HOA would allow chickens because I'll like
chickens.
Yeah, chickens are awesome. They're like the most awesome animal there is. Giving them breakfast every day.
You're right. Do you mind if I hop off now? Because I kind of get the sense that my wife needs a little
not
help
at all. Not at all. I'll finish this up and
okay.
Yeah, and we'll discuss if you can jump back in.
Yeah, I don't know that there's much really to talk about.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just we are all adults. We can make decisions for ourselves.
Yeah.
And, I can be a little cantankerous at times.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, I don't tell him, but this is my first time really actually get a chance to watch this particular video. So I kind of enjoyed this one because it is straightforward. I mean, I think KFARR is doing a good job to present something that in a way that to kind of show what's really going on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I gotta go because she just went outside again. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot for having me. And I'll
have a good one.
So how do I leave this? Right there. Okay.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Said has been confirmed a lie, and yet they're like, "Oh, Chris is God. We must support him." What are you doing? He must have the lowest IQ audience out of everyone on the internet outside of like Mitchell.
I don't know, Angel Gamer. I would rather go to court and find out the people I want to go to court aren't having court than to go to court on some bullshit protection order. Just a thought. Take that back to your pocket pool playing boyfriend.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for having me up here. I got to go back into work, so I was on a break.
Thanks for coming up. It's good to hear the other side of the story. As if you just listen to one side, you get things wrong. And to be fair, I don't know if we're still getting things wrong, but at least we know there are.
I am going to start putting out a few videos. I have one on my channel. It's nothing crazy, but I am going to start putting out our side of the story. So you guys can stay tuned for that.
Anya, I would love to speak to you more whenever you have time. I know you're at work, so I do have a YouTube channel. If you ever have time, I would love to talk to you more and ask you about your experience.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to get Finkel in there, dunking on Angel Gamer to go back to her pocket pool playing boyfriend. Yeah, he's talking about Chris. I just thought that was gold. Finkel, don't hate me. I believe this guy up here is Bao, who seems to be maybe righting the ship when it comes to Chris. It seems like more and more people on that side of the aisle are dumping Chris because his shit's just not his stories never add up. Go back, something that was brought up. He claims that we were all leaving bad, lying reviews on his business, and that's why his business was in the shitter. And then you go to his business, look at the reviews, and they're from like years before he was even like known on the internet.
And that was a very good point. No, Ryder, these bad reviews were your lack of good work sense.
Known on the internet. So it's like, it seems like you were running your fucking business into the ground all by yourself before we even knew who you were. So his stories just don't fucking add up. That's the video. I will try to leave a few links in the description. Anya actually has a channel. I shared her video the other day where she wanted to speak out against Chris. I'll leave her video up there. The Frauditor Buster video up there. Go give them a like and subscribe. I know Frauditor Buster, Frauditor Watch has been covering Chris extensively. He's way more into it than I am.
Okay, yeah, Frauditor Buster. To Public Square Safety. Can you email me the link to your video, and we'll go over that here shortly. So these were, as I said before, what kind of person calls in a swatting call, files a fake EPO? Are they stupid? Are they on drugs? Or is it all three? What do you think? That being said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch gears a little bit. We got I do have a body cam video. Again, this is one I have not seen yet. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. This is one of those ones, cop's wife thought she was above the law. And this is from real body cams.
14th, 2025, an officer in Washington responded to a Nordstrom department store after a mother with a young baby in a stroller was caught on camera shoplifting. An officer met with a loss prevention employee who showed her the security footage to help locate the mom with her baby. Here's what the officer did next.
Well, she stole, and then she went to American Eagle, and now it's coming back out. Or it's coming back in my store. Okay. So we'll see if she decides to take more stuff.
6113. The suspect just entered the store again, Nordstrom, and she's looking around right now. What section is she in right now?
She's in the watches and all that.
Okay, is that right out here?
So if you walk out, you'll walk past all the shoes right here, and then she'll right to me.
Okay. Okay, I'll go grab her. You want me to grab her right now or see if she takes anything else?
Up to you.
Okay, I'll go grab her right now. Can I have you show me where the shoes are at?
Yeah.
I mean, not the shoes, the watches.
That appears to be a very nice department store. I hadn't seen one like that in a long time.
Okay. Hello, ma'am. Officer Newman with the Louisville Police Department. Just so you know, you are being detained right now. I'm gonna have you come back to the loss prevention office with me right now, okay? Okay, well, we're gonna figure that out. Like I said, I'm gonna have you come back to the loss prevention office with me. I'm not gonna handcuff you because I don't want to cuff you in front of your baby, so if you could come with me. We'll talk about this all in a second. If you could come back to the office with me.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I thought that I have.
Well, you're being detained right now, so...
So I have these.
Okay. Well, if you don't agree to come with me, then I'm going to put you in handcuffs. Stop.
Ma'am.
You're not free to go. I told you. You can come back to the office with me.
I know my rights.
No. I told you you're being detained. You want me to put you in handcuffs, or are you going to come to... Then are you going to come to the back office with me?
Why am I being detained?
Because suspicion of theft.
You do not...
Wow, that is a wild, bewildered look right there. Like, how dare this police officer trying to arrest me?
I have a right to do that.
You're being detained right now.
Ma'am, please stop. No, stop.
Lincoln 3, I've got one of this thing.
Stop.
Ma'am, stop. Can you grab her arm?
I would think that would be resisting at this point. She's already been told she's detained.
Please, my child. Stop.
And I told you I didn't want to do this.
Okay.
You decided not to listen.
Ma'am. Stop. My child.
Then stop.
Okay,
Why are you fighting with her?
Stop.
Knock it off.
You're going in handcuffs, so stop.
I'm not going in handcuffs.
Yes, you are.
You're done. Stop.
I already gave you that option.
Ma'am, stop.
You're gonna go to the ground. You're gonna go to the ground.
You're making your voice. So quit fighting.
Please not handcuff. Then stop.
Please stop.
Stop or you're going to go to the ground.
Ma'am, my child.
I don't care.
My child.
Stop or you're going to go to the ground. Stop.
Yeah, please stop. Please stop. My child. You're my child.
You're making it worse. So quit fighting. Jesus.
We're by the watches, by the shoes.
Okay, let's go.
Right here.
My child.
Here, I can't.
I can't. My child.
We'll worry about your kid in a second. Stop resisting.
Please help me.
Lincoln, when we have one detained, you can open there. Incoming can stop.
I tried to give you an option.
Ma'am, can you get my child, please?
Hey, we'll worry about your kid in a second. Right now, you're under arrest. Your kid's going to be okay.
Now you're under arrest for obstruction as well.
Where are you parked now? We're right out front. Sorry.
Okay, help me, please.
We're right out this door.
Okay,
We'll go there. No, first kid. Yeah, if that would be helpful.
Good going, guys.
Keep moving. Your child's going to be all right. You decided to commit a bunch of crimes with your kid. Your child is...
Okay, real quick, guys. I just threw a poll up there. If you want us to keep going with this, we'll keep going. If you want to switch over to Fraudster Buster's video or Fraudster Watches video, we will do that. So I'll keep this playing for a couple minutes while we're waiting for the poll to come back.
Now in our custody, he's going to be just fine with us.
What? No.
Yes,
No.
yes. That's how that works.
What about my kid? All right, take a seat. Where's my child? Take a seat.
I'm going to read you your rights, okay?
Can we please make this speedy?
No.
That's not going to be quick. You're probably going to jail.
No. You have the right to remain silent. Anything.
Sit down.
I'm done doing this with you. Sit and listen. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, I have to read these to you, so just be quiet. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? Yes or no? Having these rights in mind, you wish to talk to us now.
I would like to go home. I can.
Well, that's
wait
not
the
happening today.
infraction.
I tried to have you walk back to
Ma'am,
the...
my child.
Okay, well, you should have listened to me the first time.
So, yeah. Right in this moment, I would not even think she's a cop's wife. She's just a soccer mom who just, but her behavior is crazy. She was caught stealing. She didn't want to comply to the lawful orders. So that's why right now she's in handcuffs, and she was handcuffed in front of her kid. I wish they would, especially the ones that really doing the thing, harassing people. I wish they would be a little more like this when they have to be with fraudsters. And we do know there's some that's going out there and they really are harassing folks.
Rather than running away from me, telling me you didn't do
You
anything.
don't have any proof of anything.
And that's what I was trying to figure out. But you didn't want to talk to me.
Ashley.
What's your first name? Ashley?
Ashley.
Okay, Ashley, my partner here just read you your rights. She's asking you about the theft that got conducted inside of the store. Do you have any statements you'd like to make
I
about
did not
that?
complete any theft. I was literally, I had.
Do you want to explain the situation that happened inside of Nordstrom's?
No,
Or anywhere else in the mall?
No.
Okay, you have no statements about any of that? You have nothing you'd like to, no comments, no statements? Do you have PC for her?
I do.
Okay, you're under arrest for theft. Understand that? You don't have to say anything else. Relax. Your child is in our custody as of right now.
No.
Yes, that's how that works when you commit crimes inside of our city. That's how that works. And so as of right now, right, we're going to make sure that he's okay, but you are being held responsible for the crimes that you've committed, and we're going to get all of that sorted out. The more difficult you make it moving forward, the longer it's going to be before we can get you back reunited with your kid. Understood?
Can we take care of this right here?
We're taking care of this in the process that it's going to take, and it's not going to be quick. It's not going to be fast. So
He's not going to be okay.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine. So the next thing we need from you is to turn around, and you're going to be searched.
Do you have anything on you that's going to stick me, poke me, hurt me?
Come on, this side. Or
Widen your stance for me. Do you have anything on you that's going to stick me, poke me, hurt me?
I do have a firearm in my bag.
Do you have a firearm in your bag?
I also have a CPO.
What's your son's name?
Hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright, mister. Hey, it's gonna be okay.
Stop fidgeting with your cuffs. Okay, baby.
Probably not.
I will be cooperative. I just want
You've lost your chance for that.
Can I hold my child?
No, you cannot.
That's my personal belongings. You don't have a right to.
Yes, we do.
We do. You're under arrest. Sir,
This way. Now.
Take a seat.
I am not.
Sit.
Please understand.
No, I'm done.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, thank you.
Come here, mister. Come here. Yeah, hold on a second. Phone call. Hey. We're just outside of Nordstrom's on the north side. Perfect. Pacifier.
You doing it?
What's your plan?
Well, I've never had to deal with baby before. But I plan on booking her. I mean, I asked her to go back to the LP office. She knows her rights. I grabbed her arm. She said something about no, I know my rights. She started walking away, grabbed her, pulled her back. She kind of started flailing a little bit. I asked him to grab her other arm because she was kind of ripping away from me. She ripped off her jacket. At that point, it was just kind of a more so like, hey, if you don't stop, you're going to go to the ground, because she kept trying to tear away from both of us. So I just kind of grabbed her, and then at that point, you guys showed up.
Okay, so you have PC for obstruction and theft 3, it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay, it's up to you whether or not you want to book her.
Yeah.
Also, we have a kid that we have to deal with,
I
right?
know, that's...
So, but I'm fine with figuring that piece of it out if you feel she really needs to go to jail.
I mean, yeah.
It's your call.
She's perfectly comfortable committing crimes with her child, using the stroller to commit these crimes.
I notice how the more senior officer is holding a child, caring for the child, which you don't usually see that with the male officers. Usually it's the female officer that kind of steps in on that. So it's kind of interesting to see that. Yes, Stefan, they don't play games. I bet you that the most senior officer, I bet you he quit school because it had recess.
She's telling me, no, I know my rights, when I'm telling her she's detained for theft, arguing with me.
So the next thing we need to figure out is if there's a responsible party, hopefully dad, that can come pick up the kid, and then we can get that piece figured out. We also need to figure out, he looks old enough like he's been eating actual food.
Yeah.
But we need to determine whether or not she's continuing like breastfeeding, like if her going to jail is going to prevent him from being able to survive.
Okay.
We need to determine if that's the case or not. I don't think that's the case, but we need to suss all of that out.
Yeah.
So why don't you work on that piece next?
Perfect.
He seems to be doing all
She does have
right.
a firearm in you.
She does?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to bleach.
So that was the suspect's weapon, correct? If I remember. That's so she's committing crimes and carrying a firearm. That's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. That probably would add charges. And 2 squared. That's not good neither. It's a very sad situation.
Spirit.
The Crocs, I didn't mean to, those were just, I forgot about those. I put those in there. And
Okay, we're way past that.
I was going to pay for the Crocs.
We're way past that.
Why? No.
What's your
I was
husband?
going to pay for the Crocs, and I don't know why you guys are.
What's your husband's name?
You can't detain me for Crocs. I literally was going to pay for those.
Okay, we can't detain you for Crocs, even though it's stuff you walked out of there.
I didn't mean to walk.
Yeah, in many states, if you even put the thing in a way that you're hiding it, you're trying to conceal it, that is stealing.
Out.
Okay, well, like I said, we're past that. What's your husband's name?
I was caring for my child, and I walked out. I'm so
What's
sorry.
Your
It wasn't.
name? Is he breastfeeding?
Yes.
How many months? Watch your feet. She's not very cooperative. She's telling me the same thing again. I can't detain her because she stole Crocs. And she's telling me her husband's law enforcement, but she won't tell me anything else. She's in the back of the car. Hey, baby. Hi.
What all was taken? What was taken? Just the Crocs?
Oh, you might want that. It's not spicy.
Do you eat these? This might be too hard for you to eat right now, huh? Yeah, these might not be hard for you to eat. I don't know.
Okay, so they're pulling out clothes. It's not just Crocs. Not at all. She's got a lot of explaining to do.
That's also yours, okay. You want to see the light? Yes, that's so cool.
Hey, Newman.
Perfect, thank you. Are you hungry? Let's see about you. Food. You want some?
So listen.
I didn't mean to walk out with. I literally was caring for him. It
So
wasn't.
listen.
Okay, come on. That's 3 or 4 different items. I saw that was definitely put away. Don't sit there and say you didn't mean to do that. You meant to do that. I can almost understand one item.
I just said I need. I was going to pay for them.
That's fine. I don't need to hear the story about the incident. As of right now, you're under arrest. And here's the deal, right? Obviously, your kid held your. I need to explain something to you, then I'm going to let you respond. My hope is that I don't have to call CPS, but that is the only other option that I have. If you don't give me a responsible party to call and contact to come pick him and take care of him.
My husband's out of town.
Nobody else that you feel comfortable. Nobody else that you feel more comfortable than CPS taking your son.
Call my mom, but
Okay. Then
sir,
what's a good phone number for
can I
mom?
please? Can you just write me the citation?
No, we're beyond that.
Why are we beyond that?
I would think, yeah, that's beyond that. She resisted when she was told she was detained.
If you think
I just explained it to you. What's a good what's a good phone number for your
nap
mom?
time. I need to care for my son.
So then I need to call your mom so that he can get a nap. What's your mom's name?
Sir, please, I'm begging you.
I'm telling you that your circumstances are not changing. And I'm trying to help you out.
Can you write me a citation if you think I had theft?
No, it's not. You're in the city of Linwood. That's not how we do work. What's your mom's name?
Please let me out.
If you like, I can just call CPS.
No, I don't.
Then I need your mom's name and a phone number for her.
Sir.
Listen, at minimum, what we always do, standard procedure here, is to get fingerprints and photographs of her. We can't do that with your child. So we need to transfer.
Can we just do that here?
No.
Sir.
No, it takes.
I need to be out of here.
Well, your behavior has demonstrated that you don't need.
Because I'm worried about my child.
Yeah, so are we, which is why I don't want to have to call CPS.
Can I call my mom?
You can talk.
You can give us your phone number, your mom's number, and we will call your mom.
She lives
Perfect.
40 minutes away.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. What's your mom's phone number? I'm going to call your mom and I'm going to try to figure out some care.
Can I please just have a citation?
No, just hang tight. I got a phone number for mom. I'm going to try to see if she'll come pick him up.
So when you got here, that was the only thing she'd taken.
Well, now she has more stuff in there that's theirs, but yeah, at that point I only had PC for the Crocs.
All right, up to you if you want to book her. I mean, obviously, keep in mind she does have a small child. I don't know. She's saying her husband's out of town. That's neither here nor there. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, with her committing crimes in front of her child, I feel comfortable, like using the child's stroller to commit these crimes. I think it's only fair that she gets booked.
I'll let you guys figure that out. Keep me informed if you decide to do it.
Yeah.
Your mom's phone keeps going to voicemail, so probably shut off. So I can take any other information about somebody else from you. Otherwise, I got to call CPS.
Maybe my friend Morgan.
Your friend Morgan? Okay, but you don't know her phone number? No. But it would be in your phone? Okay, I'll go grab it. Do you have her cell phone?
Yes, she was definitely ashamed to call her mom. She knew calling her mom was not going to come out good for her.
Sir, I'm begging you. My husband's state patrol.
Okay, she just said it. Her husband is state patrol. Right now, that's not a good thing. That could actually hurt him. Doubtful, but it could.
Hi, is this Morgan? Hi, Morgan. My name's Officer Gaskin. I work for the Linwood Police Department. How are you? Hey, I'm calling because what's her name? Sorry,
Ashley.
I'm calling on behalf of Ashley. Is that a friend of yours? Okay. Ashley is under arrest and in our custody here in the city of Linwood for a crime that she committed. She was here with when she was arrested, and I'm trying to find a responsible party that might be in a position to help out with her child, her baby. No, this isn't a joke. This is the Linwood Police Department. You can even call 911 if you'd like and have them dispatched to you. But state, yeah, she mentioned he was a state trooper. Is he? I don't know if you know or not. Is he actually out of town, or is she just making that up? Sure. Okay, I wasn't sure if you know. So yeah, I can't get into the details of her case and without asking her specifically. I can't necessarily share that with you because she's an adult, but she is under arrest. She is in the custody of the police as of right now. Perfect. That would be super helpful. Are you able to come to the hall? Do you know where that's at? The Nordstrom is. I can meet you here. Perfect. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Her best friend is on her way to pick up.
You know, that's a good question, Stefan. I don't think it's a situation where she needs to steal for survival. I think it's a situation, is she doing it for the kicks of it? And it's very possible, yes, she might be. She might be a klepto. And considering that the title is Cop's Wife Thought She Was Above the Law, I would think that they did verify that he was with the Highway Patrol.
Say that again.
No CPL.
Okay. Jump in if you haven't run her already. Check if she has one. We will sit here with him.
Perfect.
If you want to transfer custody, you're in custody, and you can go work on your case with her, and then we'll wait for Morgan here.
Perfect. Sounds good.
With the guy.
I'll go grab my car.
Let me take him. All right, come here, big guy. Oh, let's go sit
be right
inside.
back.
Okay. Let's go sit inside over here where it's a little bit warmer. Just hang tight with her real quick.
You said you do have a CPL. Where's your little card at?
I have a picture of it on my phone.
On your phone? Okay. Are you comfortable unlocking it and then I can check your photos? Your face ID.
So it's under notes.
Oh, look. This nice lady got you a balloon.
My goodness, look at your balloon. Did you see that? Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my.
You want to hold on to that? That's yours.
Okay, so here's the plan. So we're still going to have Megan come pick up your baby. That's your name, Megan? Morgan? Okay, so Morgan's still going to come pick up your baby. I'm going to take you to Linwood Jail. You're getting booked and released. So basically what that means, you're getting photographed, fingerprinted, you're still getting charged with all this, but you're not going to be booked.
Oh, how dare they be so concerned about the child. Oh. Yeah, and Stefan, you're right. She is very well dressed. I don't think she's in a desperate need for money.
Into jail today. Okay? But you're coming to my car.
Are we waiting for Morgan to come to pick up the baby?
Nope. So Officer Gaskin and Officer Orr are going to stay here with
And
your
then
baby.
will I be brought back here?
You're going to have to figure out somebody to come pick you up. But Morgan will have your baby.
It's probably Morgan. Come here, pal. Let's go see your mom's friend. Let's go see mom's friend. How's it going? He's been doing pretty good. Tyler, Officer Gaskin. Devin, nice to meet you. Oh, you're okay. I talked to
yeah.
So I was able to get a hold of him. So he's aware of the situation. I don't know if you talked to him yet or not. He's trying to get a hold of her mom.
Yeah,
to
we
get
already
that.
talked about her too.
Okay, perfect. So you got some of that figured out.
Are we okay to take her car if we can find it? Do you know that's not involved in this at all?
It's not involved in this at all.
Okay.
I don't know where it's parked.
I mean, we can
And honestly,
try to-
she has her keys.
Oh, she has her keys.
Yeah. So do you guys have any questions or anything you need from me?
No.
Cool. Sorry, I really
I
appreciate.
really thought this was a joke.
No, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out.
Where's your husband work at?
Oh, not just Washington State Patrol, SWAT as well. Oh, goodness. Oh, man.
squat.
Why are you doing it with your baby? Are you working?
I'm a nurse.
A nurse?
Okay, who here? Oh, okay. Another poll. Another poll. And we are at 50%, 50%. So what we'll do, we'll finish this body cam video up. But then we'll go and jump right into to Public Square's video. But here's another poll. Yeah, she's digging. Yes, exactly. Two squared. She is digging it deeper and deeper in that hole. Well, let me make this a poll question. I won't answer this question yet. All right, here's your poll. Are you surprised that she is a nurse?
Were you just bored? Is that why you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, she just confirmed. She was bored. So, Stefan, I think you were right. She might be a klepto. And yes, they didn't seem to be too surprised. That's probably bringing up more questions than not.
I booked a vacation and I don't know, I just didn't think that I would get caught in this and shit's so expensive. Nothing fits me anymore.
Yeah.
You deal with life, it's like everything's just so expensive. And I just
Stefan, that's very true. As a couple, they are making pretty decent salary together. And depending on what kind of nurse she is, if she's RN, LPN, is she working a unit, or is she working at a hospital, or what kind of facility she works at, she's probably making pretty decent money. There is a lot of different factors for a nurse. I would think him as being on the SWAT team for the state, he's probably doing not too bad neither.
had a couple days since vacation.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. At the end of the day, we wouldn't have been in this position if you wouldn't have resisted arrest. That's the biggest thing on my end is you're resisting.
I just didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, when law enforcement tells you you're being detained, it's going to make it worse when you say, no, I'm not, and then continue to resist. And I wanted to give the option. I did not want to handcuff you in front of your baby. That's why I asked you to go to the loss prevention office with me. Nordstrom would get their merchandise back. I would write you a criminal citation, and then you would have been on your way.
Really?
Yep. That's why I even came up to you in the first place, and that's why I asked you, because I didn't want to put you in handcuffs in front of your baby, and I told you that.
We could still have done that after that.
Because you resisted arrest.
Can we not put that on the record?
That unfortunately is going on your record.
Ma'am, please.
Like I said, we're past that, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm asking quick questions for to Venus AI. The average salary of a Washington State trooper serving on a SWAT team can vary based on several factors, including years of experience, rank, and additional certifications. As of 2025, the base salary for a state trooper typically ranges at $70,000 to $90,000 annually. I would almost think he would be making more. However, those serving on a SWAT team often receive additional compensation for their specialized training and their higher risk nature of the assignments. This can include hazards paid, overtime, and other incentives. As a result, a SWAT team member totally compensated can be significantly higher, potentially reaching up to $120,000 or more per year. I would almost say he might not be quite getting to $120,000 because based upon her age, I would think he's kind of young too. Now, asking this question, what is the average salary of a RN? I'm going to assume she's an RN in Washington State. So an RN can make around 95 to 105K in Washington State. And again, I will stress that her being a little bit younger, I would be say that might not even be at 95K. It might be around 90 to 80 to 90K. So it's not too far-fetched to assume that they are making a couple $100,000 between the two of them, or close to it. Yeah, they've been down this road before.
At this point, so what I'm charged.
I didn't really resist. I just tried to walk.
No, you didn't, because it took me and loss prevention, and I told you multiple times if you didn't stop, because you weren't stopping. You kept trying to bring your arm out when I was trying to handcuff you. It got to the point where
I didn't want to. Can you try and understand like being scared?
I can understand that, but also, I don't understand why you didn't pick the option when I told you the first time to just come to the loss prevention office with me and not put you in handcuffs.
I was willing after I didn't realize how serious it was.
I mean, yeah, resisting law enforcement is pretty serious.
The suspect was charged with theft, third degree, and obstructing a law enforcement officer. In the state of Washington, theft, third degree, and obstructing a law enforcement officer are gross misdemeanors. A gross misdemeanor conviction carries a maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a fine of up to $5,000.
Okay, so very, very interesting. Very, very interesting case here. More likely, she probably did get the 364 days in jail. Well, probably not that much, but I could see also a fine of 5K, which I don't think, based upon what we looked up their salary, that's really that harmful to them. I do find that interesting how much Washington State trooper and a nurse makes in Washington State. So that's kind of interesting in itself. Okay, so let's go to this video here. It's not very long, and we'll probably wrap it up for tonight. Too bad we can't get Father to watch up here and join us so he can give us his 2 cents as we were watching his video. Let's unmute this one, but let's get this one started real quick.
First off, a big thank you to everybody who watched my last video, Falsifying Evidence. I really appreciate the support, and if you're enjoying my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Today's video is an update to the one I posted earlier, Tiffany, Indiana, DBM DVD reload. In that video, I showed you how Tiffany owes around $3,700 in child support, even though her court only requires her to pay $63 per week.
Now, $63 a week is not that much money, but if you're not making any money at all, I guess it doesn't matter if it's 63 or 3,000 a week. But come on, Tiffany, she's your kid. Help support her. That's a very good point. What would her husband say? I would think he probably is used to it, based upon how the friends are reacting. I bet you he's familiar with what she's doing. Diesel could pay her child support. You know what? I think he's making more money than she is with all the super chats. Nearly 15 years ago, a client of mine was looking for a registered nurse for a major California hospital and was offering $125K. And you know what? For California, I bet you that's probably a whole lot more now. Plus, if that was travel nursing, that's more money too.
If Tiffany were the responsible parent she claims to be, you'd think she'd be doing everything she could to stay current, right? Yeah, right. Whilst Tiffany has what she wants, her daughter, well, at least her daughter has a loving and caring family. Instead, her child support debt has now crept up. So what's new? Well, the walls are closing in, and fast. But before we get to that, let's take a quick refresher. Tiffany was ordered by the court to pay $63 a week in child support. Simple enough. But instead of keeping up, she lets the balance pile higher than her excuses. Now, just for context, let's look at Social Blade. This is a screenshot from today, October the 15th, 2025. Funny coincidence. That date rings a bell. Oh, right as a Raymond. Maybe the universe really does have a sense of humor.
Yes, Stefan. Oh gosh, what was that guy's name? From New Zealand. But he's all over the place. But he does donate money for Diesel all the time. I just, yeah. Okay, 75K as an RN, and she's only in her first 12 months. Okay. Yeah, and it can vary very much with state to state and nation to nation. Some states would have to pay their RNs more than other states.
Anyway, according to Social Blade, and I'm only using that as a guide, Tiffany's channel has absolutely tanked. Estimated monthly earnings, $3. Yep, 3. So let's do a little math. At $3 a month, and roughly
$3 a month. Wow. Hey, Tiff, I think you might need to start finding, I don't know, you got a cosmetology license? Go back into that. I heard that there's good money with that stuff, with cosmetology.
$3,800 owed. It would take you, Tiffany, 1,266 months, or about 105 years and 6 months to pay off your child support debt. In all seriousness, Tiffany, maybe it's time to start an OnlyFans account. You might actually double your YouTube income.
No. Only she'll be have to pay OnlyFans. I don't think she'll be. Well, she might be able to double that pay, and that would be like $6 a month, not $3.
Then it'd only take you, what, 52 years and 9 months to clear the debt? Of course, that doesn't account for the ongoing support that she'll still be accumulating until her daughter turns 19. Now, let's get to...
So is it 19 or 18? I found that part to be interesting because many states it's 18, but I guess Indiana might be a little different.
What you're really here for, the update. On September 22nd, 2025, just 6 days after my video dropped, the Deputy Prosecutor for Scott County filed a motion asking for the state of Indiana to intervene.
Yeah, that's right. Steve Cousins. I could not think of his name. I knew his last name was Cousin. But yeah, Steve Cousins. Okay, thank you, 2 Squared. Again, differences of states. Wouldn't you be stressed as a couple having no steady paychecks? I don't know how they get by. I really don't, because it's not very obvious that they have jobs. To me, we're doing 2 plus 2 and we're constantly getting 5. There's something missing from that equation. Don't know what it is, but there is something missing. I'm not going to speculate. Like I said, how can people who don't work on a very, very regular basis, A, maintain rent, B, be able to eat? I don't know. It's just like I said, we're with them. We do 2 plus 2 and we're getting 5. I would believe that to be correct on the rent, $800 to $1,200 a month. Considering, I mean, it's not a small space per se. It's not a big home neither, but still, I've seen places that at higher rent than that. That's not a house.
In Tiffany's case, specifically regarding child support and medical matters. And as October the 3rd, 2025, that request was approved. So, what happens next? Well, if Tiffany can raise the full amount of child support or a...
Well, that's a good question. Good comment. I did not realize she smoked. I never saw her smoking. But of course, we see writers smoke all the time. I mean, they do smoking so much. He might as well be a chimney. 3 times 1 built in 1959. Okay. Yeah. But it's amazing how much real estate property grows, value grows, especially when there's not that many places to rent.
Substantial amount that she owes from arrears, and she pays it to the Indiana State Central Collection Unit, then no further enforcement action will be taken against her at this time. However, the case will remain open as long as ongoing child support is required. That said, this outcome seems unlikely given that Tiffany appears not to have significant financial resources. At the other end of the scale, Tiffany may face a range of enforcement actions: income withholding, i.e. wage garnishment, tax refund interception, driver's license suspension, or incarceration for civil contempt. Now, regarding income withholding, if Tiffany is only receiving SSI, which is supplemental security...
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. Plus, oh yeah. Imagine if she has when she kisses her writer too. She might as well be smoking a cigarette then. Ugh.
Security income. It's a needs-based welfare benefit. Those funds cannot be garnished. However, if she's receiving SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Insurance, a benefit based on her prior work history, those payments can be garnished up to 65% to cover her child support obligations. However, if Tiffany is sentenced to jail for non-payment, she can face between 10 and 180 days in the Scott County Jail.
Through a party in the county jail. Prison band was there, they began to wail.
With the average term often being around 90 days, depending on the judge and circumstances. Now, the judge may also set a purge amount. That is a specific lump sum that Tiffany can pay to avoid jail or to secure an early release if she's already incarcerated. For example, if Tiffany owes $3,800, the court might set a purge amount of $750. Paying that amount could allow her to avoid jail entirely or be released from custody sooner. However, there is a catch. Just because she's in jail, child support obligations do not pause. That means...
So I'm going to just add my 2 cents on this. The problem with putting someone in jail who's not paying child support, well, they're not making income to pay the child support. So it's kind of a catch-22. I think the best course of action to get child support is to garnish your paycheck, or if she's receiving disability, her disability. And yes, she needs to be paying it. But yeah. And so hopefully little things that her daughter would need, her daughter will be able to get.
Means the arrears balance will continue to grow while she is in jail, potentially putting her in a revolving door of enforcement if no long-term solution can be reached. Tiffy, all of this could have been avoided if only you'd been paying $63 per week since March 2024. Well,
that was when in the last 2 lives. Okay. All right.
Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more updates regarding a delinquent mother who has abandoned her daughter's welfare...
I'll be honest with you guys. Ryder gives me a headache when I listen to him talk. So I cannot sit there and watch one of his lives. Just imagine Even 5 minutes of uninterrupted rider. That's just a little bit too much for me.
And well-being, then don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, bye.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the that video because that was a kind of good little information. Very good information. Here in Quebec, when the child support judgment is done, automatically the government takes the money from your paycheck. Yeah, I don't understand why we're not doing that here. I guess I kind of have a mixed feelings on that. If you're an adult, you go ahead and set it up where it's happening. But at the same time, some of these folks, you have to do that. So, yeah. So I'm assuming that you're talking about with a headache. I can't listen to him more than 5 minutes. I mean, half his stuff is him screaming and hollering about something so silly that's I can't stand it. I really can't. And it's just, I guess for me, it's hard to see how people will live like this. What went wrong in their lives where they have to act this way when it comes to interaction with people. I mean, and it's not just them. We have other people that behave the same way, that they're showing up randomly at someone's house that basically does not want them there. They put in false EPOs. They file false copyright strikes. They attack because someone dares to challenge their narrative. And at the end of the day, I have to ask this question, which I asked earlier. Are they stupid? Are they on something? Or is it both? What do you think? Seriously, at the end of the day, if someone asks you this question, why do you think these individuals are behaving the way they are? What would you think the most correct answer might be? Two Square Public Safety says both. How about you, Stefan? I know you're still. What do you think? And again, just look at the way Chrissy was acting with a female employees in his videos. Yeah, exactly. If it's a male employee, he seems to behave a whole lot better. Female employees, oh boy. And I'm going to tell you, he's going to mess with the wrong person. He's going to end up messing with the wrong person one day, and he's not going to like the results of it. Time for some people to grow up. Dude, you're almost 50 if you aren't already 50. Grow the hell up. Napier, you gave birth to 2 children. Grow the F up. And by the way, I'm just going to add this little statement too. Traditionally, when in child family courts, the mother retains custody of children. That's always been the tradition for the longest time here in the United States. When the state decides we need to take both kids away and give them to the biological fathers to take care of these kids, because the mother and get them away from the mother, And keep in mind, one of the fathers is an ex-convict. That should tell you a lot about the mother. Just my opinion. But when I learned that little fact, it was almost at that point, yeah, I know a lot more than I care to know. What's your thoughts? What do you think? Just something to kind of ponder on for a moment. And I know if they ever hear this live stream, they'll probably sit there, trash me, say you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Trust me, bruh. I got the receipts. That this is all a big conspiracy against me, but yet they never produce anything. And I'm going to just say this: I'm going to believe the state a whole lot faster than I'm going to believe them. We've already seen lies from Ryder, and I don't expect to get any truth from Napier. And what do I expect? Holding a butcher's knife to the throat of her boyfriend. Red flag. Yeah. Very big red flag. Very big red flag. Thank goodness those kids are safe. That's all I'm going to say. And allegedly, she tries to hurt her daughter with a knife. Well, both these incidents, I don't know for certain. I've heard them. And that's why all I know is the state took her kids and gave them to the fathers. And one of the fathers was a convict. That the state felt that the kids were safer in the father's hands. That says a lot. It says way too much. I think we've been doing this for, I don't know, a little bit more than 2 hours. It's been a very, very fun show. I want to really thank everyone that showed up today. A lot of things going on tonight. We had Katie said was doing her members only game night. Truthfully, if I didn't skip last week, I would have probably been there tonight. But I skipped last week, and then if I skip a week, I have to, in my mind, I have to do another episode. I mean, I'm sure you can understand that. All right. Why are you not playing? Yeah. Beginning. He's still. And if you know anything about David, he is very avid pin collector. Quite frankly, I don't know if David's got more pins or Chris Ryder has more charges. Because Chris Ryder collects charges like David collects pins. I want to thank GS. His insight on what was going on with the welfare check call was and thank you, Stefan. I do appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the evening. Thank you, GS, for being here. It was a good show. His insights was very nice. It was very wonderful. Everyone, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. I enjoyed having you guys listening in, talk about things. By the way, the Gamecocks lost today in football. Kind of stinks. Horrible. We start off with a fire and going in. South Carolina Gamecocks is going to end the football season with a horrible season. That's okay. You can't have great seasons every year. But hey, next year we'll be coming around. And thank you for being here. And Two Square Public Safety, FARR Watch, aka FARR Watch, aka Fraudster Buster. Thank you for sending your video to me. I think that was a great way to end the night. Until next time, everyone, take care of yourself. And by the way, guys, stay tuned. I will be introducing a new channel that's going to focus on travel. Guess what, Two Square Public Safety? Don't be surprised if I contact you one day and tell you I'm coming to Australia. And Stefan, I've already been to Canada a couple times. I'm sure I'm going to be heading that way again. So, until next time, guys, take care of yourself.